What's your name?
I'll go by Kevin.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Cool. Is it cool if we record?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Thanks. So, this is about epistemology. Specifically, it's called street epistemology.
Street
Try to bring it down to everyday conversation levels rather than kind of lofty academic, big philosophical words.
Perspectival knowledge levels.
Yeah. I'm better at the lay levels myself than more theoretical stuff. So, we would love to hear. Do you have any beliefs that you hold that change? I'm sure you do. That change your behavior in some way. Those are kind of the best ones to explore with this process.
So when I hear that question, like, do I have beliefs that change my behavior?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of implies that I'm aware of a belief prior to its consequential effect. But I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how I work. I think that my behavior arises out of my beliefs. And that those are at the same time. It's not like I can be like, I need to download a belief, Matrix style, and then I'm going to change my behavior.
Okay.
And our beliefs, I think, are constantly changing by the influence of the environment around us.
Yeah.
And hence it's constantly remixing itself.
Have you made any decisions that pop up into your mind in the last year regarding how you have voted, or a job decision, or a relationship decision, or anything that we could maybe trace back to an underlying belief?
Well, we can explore how I spent my summer.
Okay.
So I was on a job assignment in Africa. I got back at the end of April, beginning of May, and professionally in between jobs. So my boss was like, "Well, you've got 3 months. We don't really have any work for you here. You got to prepare for your next gig. We'll call you if we need you." Right. So it's wow, sabbatical. Right.
Wow.
Holy cow! What do I do with this?
Yeah, sabbatical.
Yeah, and so at that same time, I got an email from an organization that I've been involved in now, a movement practice, and they offered an apprenticeship.
Did you say a movement
practice?
Movement practice. What does that mean?
So Evolve Move Play. It is a ecology of practices that afford us, myself, and others that I'm around the opportunity to pursue meaning in the world through their movement. And so I had a really great experience with them the year prior, and they said, "We think you'd be a great candidate. We're doing an apprenticeship for the first time. We need create new facilitators." And when I read that email, I had a yes come out of me.
Yeah. Before
my brain could be no, that's not a good idea. No. And for this, and this, you should not do that. Right. And so, hence, I had all these plans of what I was going to do professionally. I was I can go do this class, I can go do this. It's gonna further my career. But all of that ended up I kind of put that on the wayside, but God also put it on the wayside for me because I legitimately tried to pursue going and doing this professional development course, and going and doing this thing and doing a shadowing for my next job before I got there. All of that fell through. I legitimately tried to do more work before I got to my new job. And so that was to me a sign that the universe is being yo, dude, you're not doing any professional work this summer. You're gonna go do this movement practicing and get good at it.
So I'm interested about your belief, perhaps, that the universe led this to you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, God was yeah, that's not where you need to be right now.
Are you using the terms God and the universe synonymously or no?
Depends on how you understand those terms. So if you want to dive into, people's understandings of universe, God, higher power, we
yours.
can.
I just want to know do you term those synonymously?
Yeah, I think I experienced those quite closely. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so it sounds like you have a belief that there was this kind of external like force or intervention that kind of led circumstances to you going to Africa? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, like I mean that was a choice. An assignment was offered. Like who wants this assignment? And I was like, I'll take that one. Sounds like an adventure, right? So, like here you go. Here's a core belief: pursuit of that which is meaningful can be found in an adventure.
Pursuit of that which is meaningful.
Yeah, it's found in an adventure. If you're having an adventure,
I gotta write.
it's inherently meaningful. And you're on an adventure when it like terrifies you and excites you at the same time. Right? And so physical embodied practices like, for example, cliff jumping. And it doesn't matter the height, right? You get people at any level that they're like, ooh man, like I really want to do this jump. But like I get to the top, like they saw the cliff or they saw someone else doing it and they're like, I want to do that. That looks cool. Or I'm inspired, right? And then they get up there and they're like, ooh, I don't know about this. I don't know what I got myself into.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? Like, what part of me thought this was a good idea? Right? And they're out there, then they're confronted with something, right? They're confronted with fear, they're confronted with anxiety, or whatever it is, right? There's something about that physical action that they find, like, kind of stops them in their track, but they're like, that is their focus. They're captured by it.
So
it's
kind of like
meaningful.
high level of emotion, good or bad, kind of like love or fear. Both you see as contributing to meaning in life. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think those are definitely can be present.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean love is that's a deep topic. Fear is, there's different kinds of fear, I guess. But if you go through life never avoiding fear at all costs, well, maybe it's some kind of fear that's driving that as well. It's always present, perhaps in some form, but yeah, it's a sense of being alive. Adventure is an enlivening way of being.
Alivening. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I'm still curious about how like the universe slash God in your belief system helped to arrive you at the circumstances that you ended up at. May I ask, like, what's your level of confidence in that belief? If we said 0 to 10, and 10 being like utter and complete total confidence, or 0, not really, I didn't mean to say that.
10.
Wow. Okay. Wow. 10 out of 10. Do you believe that's true for everyone? Like all beings on Earth that are all humans, we could limit it to?
Yeah, if they're willing to see it, I think so, yeah.
What do you have to add to that query?
I'd be interested in finding out how it worked. Like, how does universe change your circumstances?
Universe change my circumstances.
Is that what you're saying? Like, the universe changes your circumstances, or has an effect on your circumstances? And how does that work if it does?
I think in order to answer that question, you have to ascribe to a cause and consequence paradigm. I don't know if that's possible.
Okay.
Like, it's all arising in this moment now.
Is there a specific cause to our circumstances right now of like being in this park together?
Other than it is, it's what's so now. I can't live in any moment other than the present.
Mm-hmm.
Even the idea of the past is happening now.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that of the future is also happening now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keep me honest on time. I have a call at 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Let me.
It's riveting conversation.
2:55.
5 until.
Beautiful.
5 till.
Only like 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Just to gain clarification about circumstances that led us here. What I thought I was hearing earlier was that God / the universe made this happen, so to speak. What we're doing right here now.
Mm-hmm.
So it raises the question for me of if it raises many questions for me.
Sure.
But one of the questions it raises is there an alternative, or are we were we destined to be here right now no matter what?
Yeah, it's a great question. That brings up predetermination, predestination, fate, a lot of these terms, along those lines.
Free will.
There's a lot in modern movies, like the Marvel movies, and a whole lot of other, literature. And these aren't new ideas, right? They're just rehashed in those hero comics of like, alternate universes and concurrent timelines, and that really, I think, fundamentally goes down to the what if kind of questions. Well, what if these theoreticals and these fantasy lands and imaginations, et cetera, and again, they're all happening now, right? All those alternate universes are happening right now, and so in a sense, there's an experience, and I've definitely struggled with this, is of submitting to life as it is, right? That got hairs on my leg the way they are, my eyes are the way they look, my hair looks the way it is. I grow hair on my face in a certain pattern, right? I didn't choose that.
You didn't?
Oh, but I did. I can. I have the opportunity to choose me, my body, my being, as I am, and the circumstances as they are. Right? And a rejection of the present circumstances, you could say, is a rejection of reality, right? And I don't know. It doesn't really lead to good outcomes in my experience. So, would love to explore all of these questions.
Yeah.
Way
And
deep.
you have
No, we
phone
could go so deep. And you have somebody else waiting, but
Yeah.
I've loved that we could that we'd sit here and contemplate these things, and that we brought together. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks so much.
And you know that you're losing
Oh, I know. Do you want that in the interview?
pints of blood?
Pints and pints.
Pints. That is not quite pints,
If
Mitch.
only we had a nurse.
I'm a nurse.
My body's awesome. See you
You'll
guys.
be all right. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, for
You can
sure.
Scan that QR code for their YouTube channel.
Cool. Street epistemology. I remember it.
Cool.
Cool.
Sounds good. Sick. What did you think about that one?
Well, I think you were talking to somebody else earlier when I was telling Nathan that what I want the purpose of these 2 videos that I've done is I want feedback, written, not just right now, but hardcore feedback. And I will myself write back or watch back this video probably many times and figure out how the fuck he threw me off, because I felt like I got very thrown off.
Did you?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
I
things
felt like
to
there was
explore.
a lot of I almost felt like there was non sequiturs and jumping subjects, and I'm trying to keep going, and I'm like, wait a minute, I wanted to
Right,
talk about
that
this,
will
but then
happen
he's over
also.
here, and I'm like, well, I don't want to derail. I want to follow his lead, but also I felt like it was very jumpy.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Like,
Well-
what is it? Where you're hitting all the
Resonance.
moles hitting
no, gosh, what do you call it? When you're,
Juggling?
no, when they're coming up out of the holes and you're
Oh, whack-a-mole.
that's
whack-a-claim.
whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-claim.
Yes,
Whack-a-mole.
whack-a-claim.
Yeah.
Yes. I was I wanted to slow the whole thing down and
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
When that happens, a great question that puts a brakes on that is, what's the biggest reason that has the most impact on your confidence for this claim being true? The biggest.
What is the
reason.
biggest reason? Yeah.
Yeah. So now
So
you're
like
asking them
his-
to narrow it to
Yeah.
the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um,
sure we had a. I'm not sure we had a claim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To ask for the.
You were
biggest
kind
reason
of
for.
you were
I
kind of
would-
trying to pin down a claim, yeah, and I heard stuff like you were doing important things like focusing on definitions. You were trying to clarify when you say God, or do you mean the universe? Is it a synonym? Or is it not a synonym? It sounded like he needed to maybe. What was his answer for that?
Yeah, he was 10,
He finally said those were synonymous for him.
Right.
and he was 10 out of 10.
Yeah. That the universe / God control the circumstances.
Right. Mm-hmm. And whenever, like,
Did we stop this or do you know?
No, we're
no,
still
we're still.
Oh, okay. We're
Like,
in it.
If it's okay with you,
It's fine.
I
Totally
should
fine.
try to do like a debrief,
Great.
like while it's fresh.
Yeah.
But I guess I may have asked, like, if we had had more time, I would have been curious to ask, like, how confident should we be in ideas that require an acceptance of a paradigm?
Oh, because that was one of his things that he said, acceptance of paradigm.
Yeah. And so, like, that would cause me to doubt if I were 10 out of 10 confident in something that required my acceptance of that. But this is like, it is a choose your own adventure. You kind of figure out what you're curious in finding out, and hoping them, reflect on their reasoning for it. So
One thing's for sure, I was standing a little bit further away, mostly because I just didn't want to huddle too much around the guy. But there were the tone of the conversation definitely like shrank to a quieter volume, probably because he was reflecting. So at least there was that.
Yeah.
And that's like, I think, the main focus, really. He was thinking about how to define things. Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey there. Feel free to check it out. We have some info there. And we'd love to interview somebody if you guys have time.
I'm
5
gonna
minutes
have-
or something.
I'm gonna have one of you guys do it next.
All right, no worries.
you want to do the next one?
Yeah.
Said you want
Maybe.
to try stuff. I've got
It just depends. I say let's go with the flow if somebody's like gravitating it towards one of them. Let one of you guys go. But yeah, I would love to give
Yeah.
it a try. It's been a while.
I want to watch and yeah. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just
A lot of it is not knowing, really.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is their interview. The hard part is, it's like we're trying to help them with structure about what they're saying.
Yeah.
So
He felt really gobbledygook to me.
it's hard. Sometimes
His-
that's the way it is.
yeah,
One of
right.
the questions I want to start asking more is, and the hard part is knowing when to ask this question. Sometime in the beginning. But I want to start asking, how articulate do you think that you are? If like the average person is like a 5 out of 10?
That could come across
Like-
so rude, though.
No, I because maybe they think that there's issues or something. Yo, what up?
Doing interviews if
Anybody
you're
wanna do an
interested.
Yeah, we want to know what you think.
Learn about your beliefs, reasons.
Could be anything, really.
Come on, Ann.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sick.
it can be his.
Can I do this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.